Hello, friends. Good morning. Ako po si Attorney Elaine Antonio Bordeaux, based in the US. I'm an immigration lawyer. I work with immigrants from all over the world and from the Philippines, a lot from the Philippines because I'm Filipina since 2008. Okay. Today's episode po, we're gonna talk about yung mga raids, yung ICE arrest for the first 2 weeks ng ating pong presidenteng Donald Trump. Napakarami po ng arrest and raids ng immigration. Ito po ay isang topic na hindi po maganda pag-usapan pero nakakalungkot pag-usapan. But we have to. Okay? So paalala ko lang po dun sa mga nakikinig kung kayo ay may mga immigration status, mga legal po kayo, lawful, ay maging considerate po tayo, maging compassionate, hinay-hinay lamang po sa inyong mga komento. And yung mga kababayan po natin, marami tayong mga kababayan, sabi po ng ating embassy about 400,000. I believe it's more than that na nandito po sa Amerika. Hang in there po. Ang kaalaman, knowledge is power. Kaya po makinig po kayo sa episode po natin. Pag-uusapan natin what every immigrant family should know, what you should know as an immigrant, and what are your immigrant rights, yung mga karapatan po ninyo. Mayroon ba kayong karapatan kung mag-raid ang ICE? Ayan. So we're gonna talk about that. But before that, I want to share with you itong news clip. Not to scare you po, pero just to show what's really going
as
on,
we enter
diba?
week 2 of Trump 2.0. Good morning. I'm Dana Perino. Bill is off today. Good morning, Sandra.
It's great to be with you, Dana. Thanks for having me. I'm Sandra Smith. This is America's Newsroom. It was a busy weekend for sure for ICE, the agency arresting nearly 300 illegal immigrants on Saturday alone and nearly 1,000 on Sunday. ICE also lodging nearly 800 detainers, which means there is probable cause to deport. And according to border czar Tom Homan, this is
Okay, so meron silang 373 detainers. Okay? And I'm gonna explain to you kung ano ibig sabihin po ng detainers.
only the beginning.
Yes, but you're going to see the numbers steadily increase, the number of arrests nationwide as we open up the aperture. Right now, it's concentrating public safety threats, national security threats.
Okay, so what he's saying is this is just the beginning. So binubuksan pa lang yung public safety threat, tsaka yung national security threat, okay? At hindi pa po ito ang katapusan. So first 2 weeks pa lang ng ating Pangulo, as you can see, almost 1,000 arrests made in different parts of the United States. And sabi ng head ng Homeland Security is, this is just the beginning of this, okay?
That's a smaller population. So we're going to do this on priority base, as President Trump's promised, but as that aperture opens, there'll be more arrests nationwide.
So he said, as the aperture opens, there will be more arrests nationwide. Okay, so that's the situation that we have right now. And what I want us to do is to focus on, this topic, tong mga raids na nangyayari, and what do we need to do? What do we need to know as an immigrant family? Okay? So I'm going to be sharing with you some material. Ito po ay mula sa Immigrant Legal Resource Center. Check this out. Ito pong website nila. You can find so many good information. Okay? As I said, para po doon sa mga nangangamba, and I tell you, ang nangangamba, hindi lamang po yung mga walang dokumento, pati na rin po yung mga documented, yung may mga dokumento po, nangangamba sila because they do not understand, they do not know what's going on, okay? So knowledge is power. Information, the right information is power. So, kayo po ay, I know parang nakakatakot ng manood ng balita. 'Di ba? Meron ako, I just spoke with someone, hindi na nga siya nakikinig ng news, but makinig pa rin po kayo ng balita para po nalalaman nyo kung ano nangyayari. And then arm yourself with the right information. So, isi-share ko po sa inyo itong material from the immigrant, hold on just 1 second. So we're gonna go to the Immigrant Legal Resource Center is the name of the organization. And nakahanda na po itong meron silang tinatawag na red cards containing your rights if you do not want to talk to an immigration officer, and you can go to this website. Pag in-invoke po ninyo ang karapatan nyo, okay, yan. First and foremost, ito pong mga karapatan nyo ay karapatan nyo because you are in the United States. So it doesn't matter whether you're a US citizen, doesn't matter whether you're a green card holder, ito po yung mga karapatang pantao. Okay, before we do that, before we talk about that, let's talk about what you need to know. Ang paghahanda. You know, ang dami po kong nagkukonsulta sa akin, and of course, the number one thing right now is their fear. Kasi po talaga nangangamba ang mga kababayan natin. Ang sagot po sa pangangamba ay ang paghahanda. Maghahanda kung merong darating na hindi maganda, 'di ba? Unfortunately, lalo na dun sa walang depensa, walang relief, 'di ba? So you have to be prepared. Okay? And that's what we want you to do. Okay? Ito pong Know Your Rights ay makikita nyo sa website ng Immigrant Legal Resource Center. And you can print yung red cards. It's in 16 languages. Okay? So may nagtanong po sa akin, paano po kung ayaw nyo makipag-usap sa ICE officer? That's okay. You can have this and I will talk about that later. Okay? So ito po ay ang mga paghahanda na kailangan gawin in the event na may mangyari. I'm not saying na, you're gonna get picked up. Right now, ang priority nila ay mga national security threat, public order threat, but they will expand. Ayon po dun sa nakita natin na narinig nating balita, ano? So what immigrant families can do now? Number one, okay, at this point, you have to find an immigration help or an immigration organization that can help you. Find immigration legal help on the Immigration Advocates Network National Directory. Meron po silang website, www.immigrationlawhelp.org. Mayroon pong mga, they are not prepared to talk to a lawyer because of financial reason. May marami pong mga organizations, non-profit organizations that you can talk to. So maghanap po kayo ng tulong legal. Ito po ang website, www.immigrationlawhelp.org. Directory po ito ng mga free or low-cost non-profit immigration legal services. Okay, number one, kung meron kang green card, if you have a green card, find out if you can become a US citizen. That's number one. Bakit kamo mas maganda ang pagiging US citizen? Actually, depende po yan sa inyo, kung anong goal ninyo, okay? Kung ang permanent resident or green card holder, of course, ay hindi pa kayo citizen. At pwede pa pong ma-revoke iyang residency na iyan. Marami ang gustong maging US citizen because para maiwasan na po yan if they want to be outside of the country or any issue that they have to present the green card na hindi na nila kailangang magpresenta kung US citizen sila. Okay, so find out if you want to become a US citizen, green card holder ka pa lang, find out what you can do. Kung kinasal, 3 years from the date ng green card mo, or 5 years naman po kung hindi married to a US citizen ang petition mo. Okay. If you are here on a visa, find out if you can get a green card. Kung may visa ka ng work visa na temporary, kung J1 ka, H1B, tourist visa, ayan. Paano alamin ng maaga habang valid pa ang inyong visa to find out kung paano kayo maging green card holder. Huwag niyo pong alamin kung kailan pa expire na ang inyong status. Tapos doon po kayo nagkukumahog na mag-change ng status. So maaga pa lang, and if you want to become a permanent resident, do it now. Pangatlo, if you do not have an immigration status, find out if you may be eligible to get a visa or work permit. So kung kayo po ay walang status, find out po, talk to an immigration lawyer, to this nonprofit organization, and find out if you can get a visa or work permit. Kung kayo ay may criminal arrest or conviction, find out how it might affect your case or if there's a way to erase it from your record. So yung mga criminal convictions, ayan, isa po yan sa priority. May mga arrest or conviction, isa po yan sa priority ng ating pong Pangulo ngayon. So make sure that you talk to an immigration legal professional. Okay. And get the right information kung ito bang mga criminal arrest or record ninyo ay makakaapekto po sa inyong immigration status. Kasi meron pong mga makakaapekto, meron naman pong hindi. Okay. Pangalawa po, kung kayo ay may anak at pamilya, make a child care and family preparedness plan. When I say, family, asawa, yung asawa mo, kung may anak, kung andyan ang kasamang magulang, ayan. So make sure all information and emergency contacts are up to date at your children's school, including who can and cannot pick up your children. Ito po importante para dun sa may mga anak. Kasi hindi mo masasabi ang panahon, ika nga. Kung unfortunately you encounter ICE, pasundo ka sa anak mo, ayan, and you're not able to get your child to pick up your child, dapat po may backup plan. Sino ang pwedeng sumundo sa bata? Create a sheet of emergency numbers and contact information and a file of important documents so that you, your family, or your emergency contact person can easily access them. Ayan. So, dapat po ay meron kang pinagkakatiwalaan. Pwedeng pamilya mo, kaibigan mo, pinagkakatiwalaan mo sa sitwasyon na ito. Na kung ano man ang mangyari, itong kaibigan mo ay pwede mong tawagan. Itong kaibigan mo, trusted mo siya sa mga ganitong information. Okay? So, one of the consultations I had, meron po siyang mga pets sa kanyang apartment o kaya meron siyang kasamang ina na may edad na hindi naman nakakapagmaneho, na may karamdaman. Meron siyang kapatid na may karamdaman or may anak siyang mga maliliit. Yan. So, maliban sa iyo, dapat may isa ka pang taong pinagkakatiwalaan. You need to have trusted people, trusted friend na pwede mo pagkatiwalaan sa sitwasyong ito. Okay? Okay, sa California naman, complete a caregiver's authorization affidavit to another adult to take care of the children kung sakali man ikaw ay makuha ng immigration. Register your child's birth with your country's government. Kung ang bata po ay Pilipino at nandito kayo sa Amerika, irehistro nyo rin po ang bata. Let them know. Of course, if the child was born in the United States, US citizen po ang bata, but it doesn't mean na ang nanay, ang tatay ay US citizen. So, itong batang ito, kung may mangyari sa magulang, sino ang mag-aalaga, magke-care dito sa batang ito. Okay? Figure out which documents you should and should not carry with you. So, sa panahon po ngayon, mag-ingat po kayo sa mga dokumentong gagamitin ninyo o dadalhin ninyo. Okay. Now, if you have a valid work permit or green card, carry it with you all times. If you do not have one, it's advisable to carry a state o driver's license or a state ID. Kung meron po kayong ID, dalhin yung ID nyo. Kung meron kayong work permit, dalhin yung work permit or green card. Okay? Kung may driver's license, of course, bring that with you. Do not carry any documentation about your country of origin. Like your passport daw. Kasi, di ba sa deportation, sa removal, they have to know kung anong country of origin ka. Ayan. Okay, kung hindi nila malaman, hindi pa po madidelay yung proseso mo. It can be good or it can be bad, you know. Depende kung ano pong sitwasyon ninyo. Do not carry any false identity documents or false immigration documents. Ayan, yung mga peking green card, mga peking work permit. Huwag niyo pong, huwag niyo pong i-carry, huwag niyo ibigay sa immigration officer. Okay? At all times, carry a red card. Ito po yung red card ay nandito sa website na ito. You can print it to exercise your right to remain silent in case you are stopped or interrogated by ICE or police officers. So kung kayo ay you're stopped, mapigilan kayo, kausapin kayo ng immigration at ayaw nyo makipag-usap, you wanna invoke your constitutional right, you can present this card. Okay? Mga karapatan mo naman during an immigration raid. So I was talking earlier, yun nga, ang kanilang priority ay yung national security threat, public order threat, pero may mga collateral damages nga eh. So I was just watching the news, parang tinarget nila yung gang member, pero dun sa grupo na yun, yung pinuntahan nila ay marami palang walang dokumento. Hindi naman kriminal, pero at the time of the raid, nandoon. So they were also picked up. Okay, so ang tawag po nila ay collateral damage. Okay, so ano ang mga dapat gawin? Anong yung mga karapatan during an immigration raid? Okay, make sure you and others know what to do if approached by ICE officers. So kung lalapitan kayo ng ICE, alam niyo yung gagawin. Number one, remain calm and do not try to run away. Huwag po kayong tumakbo. Kung nakasasakyan kayo, huwag kayo tumakbo, magpapahabol pa kayo at baka po may mangyari pa sa inyong hindi maganda. Okay? At pwede po itong gamitin sa inyo ng ICE or ng police. Okay? So, just be calm. Do not try to run away. Make sure you and others know what to do. Okay? Inform your family members, housemates, neighbors, regardless of their immigration status, of their right to remain silent. So merong ang karapatan to remain silent in all of these rights if ICE or the police comes to your home, neighborhood, or workplace. So wala pong merong karapatan para na lang tanungin kayo na ano ba status mo? Yan. So kung ay masabihin ang status mo, ay wala po yung, uh, wala po, it's your right not to talk about it. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. You can refuse to speak to an ICE agent. Pwede kang huwag makipag-usap. Do not answer any questions, especially about your birthplace, immigration status, or how you entered the U.S. Say that you want to remain silent until you speak with an immigration lawyer or with a lawyer. So meron kang karapatan na manahimik at kumuha ng abogado at yung abogado na yon na makikipag-usap para sa iyo. You have the right to demand a warrant before letting anyone into your home. Ito po, yung mga nangangamba na may pupunta sa bahay nila. Kailangan po ng warrant signed by a judge with your specific name and check the name and address. Dapat tama yung name and address. Okay, so pag sinabi nung ICE agent na or may kumakatok na law enforcement, sinasabi na meron kayong warrant, kailangan nyo makita yon. Huwag kayong munang magbukas ng pintuan kung ayaw nyo makipag-usap. Then, if you have to see it first, pwedeng ilagay sa ilalim ng pintuan, ipasilip nyo, and then make sure that the name is your name. And then tama po yung address. Kung hindi tama, pwede po kayong mag-refuse. napapasukin sila. Okay. You have the right to speak to a lawyer and the right to make a phone call. Ayan. So, meron po nagtanong sa akin, dapat na bang makipag-usap sa abogado? Siguro po, kung nangangamba kayo, I suggest dun sa local immigration lawyers, kung ganito po ang inyong sitwasyon. Kasi kung may mangyari, sila ang may access sa inyo physically na pwede kayong puntahan and kung may hearing, you know. So, I think, wag nyo nang hintayin. Habang maaga po, preparation is important. Hindi ibig sabihin mangyayari sa inyo, but in the event na kayo po ay malagay sa ganitong sitwasyon, ay nakahanda po kayo at alam po ninyo ang gagawin ninyo. Pag nakapag-usap po kayo sa lawyer, make sure yung trusted person ninyo ay alam din itong abogadong ito. Okay? So kung ano man ang mangyari, ay pwedeng tawagan ng kaibigan mo itong abogadong to. And in the event na kayo ay malagay sa jurisdiction ng ICE or ng Homeland Security, pwede kayong tumawag. You will be given one chance to call. Pwedeng tumawag sa lawyer, sa kamag-anak ninyo to let them know kung ano po nangyari sa inyo. You have the right to refuse to sign anything before you talk to a lawyer. So kung hindi nyo po naintindihan at kung wala po kayong tiwala sa dokumento at ayaw nyo pong pirmahan, you wanna talk to a lawyer first, karapatan po ninyo yon. Okay? And ang payo ko po ay before you sign anything, makipag-usap po muna kayo sa inyong abogado. You have the right to refuse to show any documents before speaking with a lawyer. Okay? So, pwede rin pong huwag kayong magpakita ng dokumento. Ngayon, pwede na lang bang basta-basta kanilang arestuhin nang wala ka namang ginagawang masama? May mga constitutional right po tayo eh. At ang racial profiling po, yung just because mukha kang foreign, mukha kang Filipino, mukha kang Asian, hindi ka mukhang Amerikano, ay racial profiling po. Pero ang pagiging American naman, hindi naman yan nasa race eh. 'Di ba? Ang accent, hindi naman yan eh. Pero kung yun lang ang dahilan kung bakit kayo hininto at tinanong ng immigration mo, racial status mo, racial profiling po yan. Okay? As I said, remain calm and do not try to run away. Huwag po kayong tumakbo at baka kayo ay mapahamak. Baka iyan po ay ang inyong mag-result pa sa injury sa inyo or even loss of life. Huwag niyo pong gawin yan. Okay, so yung mga kaibigan, mga katrabaho, ano ang pwedeng gawin? Kung merong immigration raid, obtain the names and phone numbers of any witnesses. Share information about the raid with your coworkers. If there's a union in your workplace, contact the union official. If ICE agents or police officers enter without a proper warrant, ayan, bawal po yan. Ask for the names and write down their badge numbers. Kayo po ay may constitutional right. Dito po sa Amerika, guaranteed by the US Constitution, tayo po ay may human rights regardless po kung anong yung immigration status, anong yung citizenship. Okay? At ito po mga karapatang ito ay protected po ng US Constitution. And you can invoke these rights po. Okay? Alright, so yan po ang ating episode for today. As I said, nakakalungkot ang mga pangyayari, but you know, we'll continue to pray. We'll continue to give you information, good information, right information that will empower you. Yan po ang ating intention. Makipag-usap po kayo sa immigration lawyer. Diyan po sa inyong local area, marami po mga immigration lawyers dyan. At kung nangangamba kayo sa deportation, sila po ang hanapin nyo, mga deportation lawyers. Ihanda nyo po ang inyong sarili nyo. Prepare. It does not mean na mangyayari po ito, but preparation is the best way to go. And para po doon sa ating mga kababayan nangangamba, ay, you know, we're praying for you and be ready po. prepare your family, talk to your family about this. Marami po ang, takot na sila, pero nangangamba, iniisip pa rin po nila yung pamilya nila sa Philippines. Tayo pong mga Pilipino ay talagang ganyan. Natatakot po sila na pag mapauwi sila and they're supporting their family, it's gonna be so hard for their family. Ang payo ko po ay makipag-usap din po kayo sa pamilya ninyo at sabihin nyo sa kanila ang inyong pangamba. Ayan po. Ang pag na-paralyze po tayo ng fear, mas nakakatakot po yon kung hindi tayo handa. Now, as I said, ito po sa episode natin, we talk about your immigration rights. Ito po ay inyong mga karapatan. Makipag-usap po kayo sa inyong immigration lawyer kung kayo ay nangangamba. Kung nais nyo pong magkonsulta sa amin, mag-text kayo 713-315-7793 or mag-email kayo eb@eboardlaw.com. Ayan po, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay and until next time po, ako po si Attorney Elaine. Good luck po sa inyo.